for a woman shot and killed in Florida by her neighbor. Well, they're demanding an arrest, as you heard. They say that Ajike Owens, a black mother of 4 young children, died Friday night after a dispute with her neighbor who shot her through a front door. According to a family lawyer, Owens' children were playing outside when the neighbor engaged them and threw a pair of skates at them. The lawyer says she also shouted racial slurs, and when Owens went to confront her, that woman shot and killed her. Carlos Suarez is in Miami following all of this. And there are so many questions this morning, but key for the legal team is why this woman hasn't been arrested. Do we know?
Well, Poppy, the sheriff's office is saying that they're looking into whether this shooting was in self-defense, but that's an argument that the victim's family says is just not possible. 35-year-old Ajike Owens, as you said, was killed on Friday north of Orlando in Ocala, Florida. Authorities said that Owens knocked on the door of a neighbor who minutes earlier had an issue with Owens' children that were playing outside. Now, the victim's family said that the woman had previously harassed the children, calling them racial slurs and the N-word. Owens' mother said her daughter wanted to know why the woman kept an iPad that the children left behind and why she threw a pair of skates at them. Here's more of what that mother said.
She knocked on Susan's door. A closed, locked door. Door never opened. No. My daughter, my grandchildren's mother, was shot and killed. She had no weapon. She posed no imminent threat to anyone.
All right, so the sheriff of Marion County said that the 2 women were yelling at each other through that front door and that authorities haven't made an arrest yet because of Florida's stand your ground law, adding that authorities, they're still interviewing other neighbors and Owens' 9-year-old son who was standing next to his mom when she was shot through that door. Here's the sheriff.
And what we have to rule out is whether the deadly force was justified or not before we can even make the arrest. And sometimes it becomes difficult, and sometimes it becomes an obstacle, but only a temporary obstacle, because it will be moved, and the final answer will come forward.
All right, so the sheriff said that the neighbors have had issues before with at least 6 calls made to 911 since 2021. The name of that 58-year-old neighbor who shot Owens has not been released.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and first and foremost, I want to say condolences to the entire family of Ajike Owens, shot and killed at 35 years old, 4 kids left behind, and man, you can't imagine what they going through right now unless you'd have been through it. I ain't been through that. When my mother was shot and killed, and her 9-year-old right there standing next to her. Her last memory growing up, or his last memory growing up, is my mother was shot and killed right next to me, defended me from what a neighbor did, from what the storyline reads. So most definitely, condolences to all of them, the entire family, loved ones, her mother, close ones, anybody going through with this loss right now. Prayers up and condolences. Now, I'm going to get into the write-up in just a second from CNN, and I'm going to have a link in the description where you can watch that clip in full at. But here we go again with the nonsense. Sound like a lot of circle talking if you ask me. The sheriff deputies, y'all niggas can't make an arrest. I done heard all I need to hear. I understand y'all got stand your ground law, but stand your ground law, we moving the goalpost on the laws because to my understanding, this is about somebody opposing immediate threat. The door was locked. The home was not broken into. You could go on the scene. Was there a struggle at the door? Then the fact that the 9-year-old was right there, I think we can make a better judgment of, well, what type of threat was they posing if it's just an argument. And there's been reported and documented arguments between them before, issues with them before. If she ain't got no weapon, the door locked, I'm outside your crib, and you could just shoot me because you feel like you feel safe. Nah, you know what that sound like to me, nigga? That sound like that, hey, she a 58-year-old white woman we in Florida, northern Florida, to my understanding, Marion County, a little bit above ours, some change above Orlando. That's where they used to do the hanging of niggas at, then feed the bodies to the alligators. So they got this mentality because I'll give rest to show. If the roles was reversed here and that black woman shot outside that crib with that door locked, oh, she gonna get at least a manslaughter charge or some sort of reckless endangerment. Ain't gonna be no, we still investigating. Nah, we done pulled up. We saw the door was locked. We saw the kid was here with her. We see y'all been having issues back and forth. Argument, yeah, she was on your yard, but your door was locked. Nigga, we gotta take you in and we gonna question you, but we gonna have to charge you with something. I can't see no other way, but the write-up says this. The shooter, also a woman, engaged with Owens' children and threw a pair of skates, hitting the children, the sheriff said. A witness told police there had been a dispute over a child's electronic tablet device prior to the shooter throwing the skates at the children, according to the incident report from the sheriff's office. According to the shooter, there was a lot of aggressiveness from both sides, as well as threats being made, and Owens was ultimately shot through the door, Wood said. Witnesses told authorities Owens went to the shooter's home and knocked on the door before she was shot, according to the incident report. The neighbor's door never opened when Owens, who was black, tried to confront her and she was shot through the door, Pamela Diaz, the victim's mother, said. And like I said before, bro, this is a situation that is clear cut to me. Something ain't right and it don't make no sense. Y'all yelling slurs back, you calling her kids racist slurs. You don't think she gonna pull up to your doorstep and talk about that? You throwing skates at them. This incident report has all this stuff there. And then she said that it got aggressive, but you inside the house. The door was locked. The door ain't open. What you shooting through the door for? Why you ain't call 911? Now we got something where they can't make up a decision, and I don't know why. Niggas gotta make me understand that. Cause we know if it was the roles was reversed here. But see, they gonna tell me stop being a victim, stop claiming victim, stop being victim mentality. Nah, my nigga. Cause now we got 4 kids growing up who finna be living with the fact thinking they mama died cause she was trying to protect them. That's what I'm concerned with. The cycle continuing. The cycle continuing to go on with these type of situations like this where you can't even have a discussion with nobody and you don't know how to show proper respect. Them kids, man. Them is kids. You 58 years old. I ain't got no excuses for it. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. Prayers up to the family and them kids, man. 1,000.